Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
To our next esteemed speaker. Isn't this wonderful? This is absolutely amazing, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to Dr. Janet Smith Warfield. She is the founder of Planetary Peace, Power, and Prosperity Legacy Foundation, Incorporated. And Dr. Janet Smith Warfield serves wisdom seekers who want understanding and clarity so they can live peaceful, powerful, prosperous lives. Through her unique combination of holistic, creative, right brain transformational experiences and 22 years of rigorous left brain law practice, she has learned how to sculpt words in atypical ways, shifting her listeners into experiences beyond words, transforming turmoil into inner peace. Janet is the author of the Amazon best-selling book, Shift, Change Your Words, Change Your World, and the founder of Planetary Peace, Power, and Prosperity Legacy Foundation, Incorporated. Her new book, Surrendering into Soul, A Heroine's Journey, launches this spring. Today, we will hear her speak to us about manifesting planetary peace, power, and prosperity. And here we are, sister. Oh, have I shared it with you? Are you back? Dr. Janet Smith Warfield There we go. Are you on? Are you able to share?
I'm at the top of my screen right now, but I am unmuted and my video is functioning.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm going to mute and get out of your way, and you can share screen at will. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Janet Smith Warfield.
Welcome. So, manifesting planetary peace, power, and prosperity together, we can. But we need each and every one of us. So the question I ask you is, are you in? So let's play. This is playing with our minds, our hearts, our emotions, our energy. What do you see here? And if you can see more than one word, do you notice any change in your body depending on what you see? Do you notice any change in your emotions? And notice that nothing in the image changes. All that changes is what your mind does with the image. So I ask you another question. And for those of you who have not yet figured out two words here, and incidentally, this is called love, this image, done by a friend of mine, John Langdon. But depending on what you see or what you focus on, just ask yourself, which focus drains your life force? And which focus supports it? Which would you rather experience? And let me just comment quickly here. It's my understanding that all of this will be up on YouTube eventually, so that if you're not seeing everything that I'm talking about here, don't worry, you can go back later and take your time looking at it. So, do you want inner peace? Think about what brings you inner peace. Do you want personal empowerment? How can you bring personal empowerment into your own life while doing no harm, either to yourself, to your environment, to everything in the world that supports you, to your friends, to your family, while doing no harm? Basically means do whatever you want as long as you are doing no harm. Do you want prosperity? What does that word mean to you? For me, it's more about abundance. Is it more than just money and possessions, which is what Dr. Jenna was talking about, what her early life was about before she had her eye-opening experiences? Here's another optical illusion by John Langdon. So what do you see here? And if you can see more than one word, do you notice any change in your body depending on what word you're focusing on? Any change in your emotions? And just, what does it feel like when you focus on the word you or the word me? And of course, please notice that the image, John Langdon has titled this image, Us. Can you see why this image is called Us? So just think about it. And I'm asking the same question that Sister Dr. Jenna asked. What if each and every one of us would simply focus on bringing personal peace, personal empowerment, and personal prosperity into our own lives? Again, with the caveat of doing no harm to ourselves, to others, to the earth that sustains us. What would our world look like if each and every person on this planet, including you, if you're in, were bringing peace, power, and prosperity into their own lives? Is it possible that peace, power, and prosperity could become planetary? And we would have a whole different world in which we were living. So again, manifesting planetary peace, power, and prosperity. Together we can, but we need each and every one of us. So again, I ask you, are you in? This is a clip of our newly established website. On April 17th, 2020, I filed articles of incorporation in the state of Florida, United States of America, for a new educational foundation, planetary peace, power, and prosperity. We can do this if we're willing to learn, grow, play, and also go through some real challenges of releasing all those attachments, the algae that Dr. Jenna was talking about. So our mission is to consciously and intentionally use our co-creative power. Notice the word co-creative. It's both creative and co-creative, but the co-creative is the working together, the dance together, to develop ideas, present solutions, and promote action for the greater good of humanity and the planet. Are you in? And this is her vision. Maybe it's my vision, since I spent my life playing with words. What they do, they generally separate, divide, and categorize. And what we humans unconsciously do with them, we create these power over and power against scenarios. And we need to go together into a power with scenario, which, interestingly enough, is also a Christian symbol for prayer and a Hindu symbol for namaste. So if you're just looking, you're looking at the words and the emotions, which is, it goes back to this question of who am I? Who am I right here, right now? And how do I want to position myself in whatever is going on in my life right here, right now? So our vision is to attract each human consciousness through deep listening, clear speaking, and conscious conversation away from not feeling good enough, toward stepping fully into our own unique personal power while not harming others or the planet that sustains us, away from abusing others or allowing oneself to be abused. Two sides of this power over dynamic. If you are being abused by someone in a position of worldly power, as long as you stay there, that dynamic continues. You remove yourself from it, and there's nothing left to abuse. Fear and terror. Away from fear and terror, and believe me, I've been in terror. Not a fun place to be. That's where you connect with. There's no word for it. You can't conceptualize it. It's experiential. But I use the words as placeholders, a power greater than myself. There are no atheists in foxholes. So we're moving away from fear and terror and into inner strength and courage. And you only develop that through this, I'm going to call it an energetic connection, an experiential energetic connection, and into conscious and intentional self-love, which is really important. And from self-love, you have an abundance also of other love. From rage, again, one of these algae that Sister Jenna was talking about, 2, standing firmly in what Buddhists would call right action, Christians would probably call ethics or morals. I like to use the word integrity. You know, what is in integrity for you right here, right now? From shame or guilt into realizing that you've made a mistake, you've hurt someone whom you didn't intend to hurt, saying I'm sorry, making amends, and also changing your own conduct. And you can change yourself. Most of the time you can't change other people. But by changing yourself, you change the dynamic between you and another person. Away from a transactional money economy of lack. It's always how much can I get, not how much can I give, into an abundance economy of giving and receiving, which interestingly enough is also the flow of the infinity symbol. And away from planetary war and desecration and causing suffering for one another into deep inner community and planetary peace. Again, I ask you, are you in? To fully use each of our unique gifts, skills, talents, and passions to connect, shift, transform, evolve, expand, manifest, and maintain creatively and co-creatively a peaceful, powerful, prosperous planet together and forever. Nobody can do this alone. We have to be doing it together, and it is a constant dance of creativity and co-creativity. So if anything I've said here today interests you, you want to explore further, you want to play more, here are some places where you can play. My first book, Shift, Change Your Words, Change Your World, has an interesting effect, and I had no idea when I put it out there what effect it would have, but everybody gets something different out of it. It depends on where the other person is and what they happen to need at the moment. And I can't control that. I just had to put it out there. Surrendering into Soul is the book that we'll be launching this spring. And yes, it is a heroine's journey. And I can tell you, I have been through a horrendous heroine's journey for many, many years. And what has emerged from that is this foundation, planetary peace, power, and prosperity. And finally, I've created I call it a consciousness map. And right now, I don't think there's any place where you can see it. Eventually, it will be up on the website, and I will be talking about it in more detail in Surrendering into Soul. But if you want to play, you want to explore, you want to go deeper and deeper into your own soul and your own unique purpose on this planet, here's some tools you can use. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Janet Smith Warfield.
Trying to make my way through the systems and logistics. There we go.
There we go. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. That gave us a lot to think about. Really, really wonderful.